Taylor Swift's world is spinning faster than ever. First, the moms stole the spotlight. Donna Kelce and Andrea Swift spotted side by side in Kansas City, looking every bit like future in-laws, already sealing the bond. Then, in perfect Halloween fashion, Taylor and Travis's engagement rumors that the ultimate spooky twist, immortalized as skeleton decor in New Orleans. Talk about love that's literally bone deep.
It was all about Taylor Swift because Taylor was coming to town, so they went all out with the Taylor Swift thing. This year, it's the proposal.
Taylor didn't just show up to late-night TV, she took it over. Making history, she turned Seth Meyers' show into her very own stage with the first ever full takeover episode.
Oh, hey, what's up?
But of course, drama never takes a timeout. Taylor's rumored Super Bowl halftime deal collapsed. Cue boycott buzz after Bad Bunny's name suddenly popped up as the replacement. Then, at Selena Gomez's wedding, Taylor couldn't resist cracking jokes about her bestie beating her to the altar. And just when fans thought they'd caught their breath, Swifties lost it over her haunting cover of George Michael's father figure, produced by none other than Max Martin. And the football meets pop royalty storyline only kept heating up. Donna Kelce and Andrea Swift were spotted in Kansas City looking less like nervous moms and more like VIPs on the A-list bestie circuit. A month after Travis dropped to one knee and Taylor said yes, the future in-law squad is already warming up like it's preseason for family bonding. And in true nothing about this is subtle fashion, Randy Mahomes casually shared a group snap that just so happened to include Andrea and Donna. The setting? Not some random diner, but 1587, the brandy restaurant Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce co-created. Its name a mashup of their jersey numbers like a bromance math equation. The spot had been hyped for over a year, and Patrick chose his 30th birthday to finally christen it, with steaks, champagne, and probably at least one guy yelling, "Run it back!" between bites. While Kansas City is feasting on ribeye and touchdowns, Swifties are laser-focused on Friday, October 3rd. Why? Because Taylor's about to drop her brand new album, The Life of a Showgirl. And in true Taylor fashion, she didn't just announce it with a press release, she dropped the bomb during Travis's New Heights podcast. Imagine tuning in for some wholesome football and wedding chatter, and boom, surprise album announcement. Classic Taylor move. Meanwhile, Travis is juggling more than playbooks. After a rocky 0-2 start, the Chiefs have clawed their way back to 2-2, so at least the football side of life can breathe again. But wedding planning? Yeah, that's basically another full-time job. And with Travis turning the big 36 on October 5th, the timing is perfect for an engagement/birthday victory lap. Except the NFL calendar has no chill. Instead of candlelit cake with Taylor, he's stuck with Monday Night Football in Jacksonville. Brutal. And speaking of celebrations that don't go exactly as you'd picture, let's rewind to the proposal. Because, of course, in true Kelce Swift fashion, it wasn't dinner, roses, and a violinist hiding in the bushes. Nope. Word is it went down in a Halloween fever dream, a skeleton-filled yard garden straight out of Tim Burton. Picture walking into a spooky wonderland and walking out with a rock so massive it might need its own zip code. Only these two could turn Till Death Do Us Part into literal decor. And New Orleans? Oh, they've taken the bit and run with it. At the city's iconic Skeleton House, where for over 20 years, trick-or-treat strolls have doubled as comedy tours, the curator just couldn't resist immortalizing the couple. Now, skeletal Taylor and Travis are frozen mid-engagement, complete with a giant fake ring so shiny it could blind you from across the street. Honestly, it feels like Halloween just volunteered as their maid of honor.
It was all about Taylor Swift because Taylor was coming to town, so they went all out with the Taylor Swift thing. This year, it's the proposal.
Swifties will remember that last year, the Skeleton House went all in on the Eras tour. But apparently, the saga must go on, because once your engagement becomes meme material, it's basically public property. And don't worry, Tay and Trav aren't the only ones getting the bony treatment. This year's yard also features music icons like Harry Kick Jr., Ernie K. Doe, Fats Domino, and even Beyoncé, rebranded as The Great Beyoncé. Credit goes to the designer's husband for that pun. Honestly, that dad joke deserves a spot in the Hall of Fame. Meanwhile, while New Orleans is busy turning Taylor and Travis into skeleton decor, the real Taylor is very much alive, thriving and plotting her next big power move, hijacking Seth Meyers' entire show. Not a 5-minute interview, not a quick performance squeezed between a sitcom actor and a cookbook plug. Nope, Taylor is locking down the whole episode. Insiders say the vibe is less guest star and more host who brought her own snacks. Basically, late night is about to become late night with Taylor Swift, with Seth Meyers reduced to the guy politely refilling her water glass. The special takeover airs October 8th, just 5 days after The Life of a Showgirl drops. And Seth announced it in full Swiftie cosplay, rocking her signature orange cardigan, sipping from pastel blue merch mugs, and revealing the news with a cheeky takeover 10.8.25. The man didn't just tease the episode, he went full theater kid to get Taylor's attention. Mission accomplished.
Oh, hey. What's up?
For Taylor, this late-night gig is a full-circle moment. She hasn't been on Seth's couch since 2021, and before that, 2014. Translation? She only shows up when she's about to drop a cultural earthquake. This time, though, the whole hour is hers. Time to unpack the new record, dive into her creative process, and toss in just enough curveballs to send Twitter into full meltdown mode. And let's be honest, if anyone's going to hide Easter eggs in the mugs, the rug, or even Seth's tie, it's Taylor Swift. But speaking of chaos designed to break the internet, nothing's detonating timelines quite like the Super Bowl halftime saga. The NFL thought they had scored big, lining Taylor up for the February 2026 show. Instead, talks collapsed faster than a rookie quarterback under a blitz. Why? Because Taylor wanted terms that actually reflected being Taylor Swift. 14 Grammys, cultural dominance, and the power to crash Ticketmaster with one Instagram post. The league wouldn't bend their cookie-cutter deal, so she walked. And now, Swifties are sharpening boycott hashtags like they're prepping for a full stadium invasion. The NFL tried to soften the blow during the Packers-Cowboys game by announcing their consolation prize, Bad Bunny. And don't get it twisted, he's no lightweight. The man turned reggaeton into a global religion, sold 500,000 tickets in Puerto Rico, and moonlights in wrestling, fashion, and film like side hustles are a personality trait. Still, for a chunk of Taylor's fan base, it felt like a downgrade. Twitter instantly lit up with jokes, memes, and more than a few fans swearing they'd rather watch paint dry than a halftime show without Taylor in sequins. Sure, NFL execs aren't sweating publicly. Bad Bunny is a proven showman whose music owns the charts, so he'll bring the fire no matter who tunes in. But the optics? Messy. Fans had visions of Taylor belting a 10-minute ballad while Travis Kelce held her hand on the sidelines. Instead, they're getting Benito hopping across Levi's Stadium. It's like ordering champagne and being handed a strong margarita. Great drink, just not what you ordered. And while that drama simmered, Taylor was busy living her best bridesmaid life at Selena Gomez's wedding. Picture a lush Santa Barbara nursery turned fairy tale aisle. Selena glowing in bridal white next to Benny Blanco. And Taylor, fresh off her own engagement, grabbing the mic like she was maid of honor and unofficial stand-up act rolled into one. Guests say she had the room cackling when she roasted Selena for beating her to the altar. Because, of course, nothing says sisters forever than turning your best friend's vows into a rom-com punchline. Classic Tay.
And I do trust her. I think she has good judgment. I think that she's going to do amazing things with her life. She's incredibly intelligent.
Right.
People, it would scare them if they knew how smart she is.
But here's the twist. Between the punchlines, Taylor went full Hallmark movie and had half the guest list reaching for tissues. Guests swear she reminded everyone how she and Selena basically survived Hollywood like war buddies. Bad breakups, tabloid storms, those what was I thinking relationships, and somehow came out stronger. It wasn't so much a big sister speech as it was a reminder that they've built an emotional fortress out of friendship bracelets. Then, in classic Taylor fashion, she slipped into a philosopher mode. She told the crowd Selena only found love with Benny once she finally learned to love herself first. Leave it to Taylor to turn self-help wisdom into something that sounded like a chart-topping bridge. And she didn't just hype Selena, she showered Benny with love too, calling him Selena's perfect match and hinting their story was less dumb luck and more destiny. By then, even the cynics were misty-eyed, trying to hide behind their sunglasses. And Swifties, of course, couldn't ignore the cosmic symmetry. Both Taylor and Selena started their relationships in summer 2023. And now, both are engaged, as if the universe was running some kind of double date script. But while Selena's vows were still echoing through Santa Barbara, Taylor was already gearing up to drop her next bomb, straight onto her track list. Fans did a collective double take when they spotted a song called Father Figure on The Life of a Showgirl. Insiders say it's not just a random deep cut, but a full-blown cover of George Michael's 1987 classic. And honestly, only Taylor could resurrect an 80s anthem and make it sound like it belongs on your For You page. With Max Martin behind the production, aka the fairy godfather of pop bangers, expectations are sky high. The last time those two teamed up, we got earworms like 22 and I Knew You Were Trouble. Translation, platinum is basically guaranteed. And let's not forget, this isn't her first George Michael moment. She covered Last Christmas back in her baby country era, proving she's been nailing Wham songs since before most Swifties could spell cardigan. But what really makes this move spicy is the symbolism. George fought his label battles with Sony, and Taylor waged her war with Scooter Braun. Both refused to play by industry rules. Now, decades apart, it feels like two rebels linking arms across time. And that's a wrap on this saga, for now.